Tonight, from FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's the NFC Championship game. See the Washington Commanders taking on the Chicago Bears.
For my money, it's the best time of the year, playoff football time, as postseason action descends upon FedEx Field just outside of D.C. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Chicago Bears and the Washington Commanders. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports, and man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies in my stomach, they have iron wings.
One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU at Zach Wilson.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. A good, safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Play action. Now Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Wilson now to throw on third down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they'll be let out by their 7th-year quarterback.
And there's a word that constantly gets thrown around with this guy when you talk to anyone in the building. Potential. They are sky high on what they believe he can grow into in the role of a starting quarterback. In addition, there are plenty around the league who think that as well. And years from now, he can still be leading this offense out.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Burnett, and this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Martinez on 3rd and 2. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have the Bears first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Caught, it's Wilson. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook that can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bishop. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 44-yard line. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
On first down, Burnett. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Off the play fake, Martinez. He's going to wind up and air it out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you, and that may have been what happened there.
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. And he comes back with one complete. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Here's Wilson. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. Now, I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Up the middle they go. Rees. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing is Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. Over the middle, complete. That's Reese. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. So, Charles, this a defense that hasn't made a lot of mistakes like this on the road to this playoff matchup, but that a bad one there.
Yeah, you definitely want to rattle and shake up the other quarterback, but you know you've got to do it the right way.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Here's Wilson to throw. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, big plays have been a hallmark of this offense all season, so there was no reason to think that it wouldn't continue here in this title game. Obviously, the magnitude of the event not getting to them early.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now it's Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Now on 1st and goal, a chance to get a leg up in this NFC title game. They go play action now. Wilson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal. Pushes him back big time. And now you'd figure the field goal team coming on 4th.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, and he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
3rd and goal here. A big play brewing in this NFC title game. Now it's Wilson. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Commanders have struck first in this NFC title game. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Burnett, and he'll get about 2 there to the 36. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he fires one, but incomplete. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Reese, and this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. An even 90 yards. And the Commanders go up by 2 touchdowns. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Now Martinez. Off play action. Going right back to Wilson. And this is good for a 1st down. His 2nd grab of this NFC Championship bout. Up the middle they go. Burnett. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Burnett. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the 1st.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Martinez. Flush to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. High throw, but the catch is made. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 17-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of the momentum from the offense. Coming up that big completion to prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
To throw is Martinez. Off the play fake. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Off play action. Martinez. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Bears are back within a score.
As the offense went on the field to start their last drive, you know they discussed in the huddle, hey, if we put one in the end zone here, we've put ourselves in a position to start making a comeback.
Extra point forthcoming. And that one makes it 14-7. That time a 9-play drive, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just in a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, You got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. To throw is Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Two minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. We remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. And from the 25, they worked this to the 29, a gain of 4. On third down, Rees across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Washington going to send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return, and the Bears take over. Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He threw a touchdown pass last time they had it, and he'll look to get him in the end zone again here as they start with the first down. Throwing to start the drive. Martinez got his man complete over the middle. That's Robbins. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Martinez now looking to throw on second down. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Here's Martinez to throw on third down. And this one complete to Burnett. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be fourth down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
One final possession for the Commanders in this opening half. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, one half remains in the battle to see who will take home that George Halas Trophy and represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's look back to the AFC Championship game held earlier today. And it's the Jacksonville Jaguars who are heading to the Super Bowl as they await the winner of this NFC Championship game. So with that, let's get you right back out for the second half, as one of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. To find out who, let's turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Halas Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic, and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Burnett. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Back to throw. Martinez. He finds his man. Complete. It's Robbins. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. First possession of the second half now for Washington. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. But Washington looked to get this one back, and indeed they did. They will still have possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Washington going to send out their punter, standing just outside his own goal line. And it's fielded at the 34. Gets past one man. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Martinez to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, complete. That's Robbins. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. It's Burnett, and they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Looking to throw. Martinez. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a first carry for their fullback. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Martinez. And he's going to have the hook up to Burnett. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
To me, this is a case of, if you're not getting the ball, you've got to do your job and block for the guy who is, because there really wasn't much there. And, boy, the defense took advantage with that loss.
And the defense, they were just locked in there on 3rd. They had more guys than they could block. And his kick is indeed good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there with his second touchdown of the night. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 21-10 game. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Chicago offense set to get started. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now Martinez looking to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle and complete to Wilson. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Now a handoff up the middle. Burnett, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing for the out route, he finds Wilson. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. On 1st down, it's Burnett. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. To throw is Martinez. To throw on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. One quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run on 1st down. Burnett. And he's taken down inside the 30. 73 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Right back to him on 1st down to the 27-yard line. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Martinez. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. The Bears on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Martinez. And Daniels has it over the middle. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 12-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Looking to throw. Martinez. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Bears have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
That's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
They will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point. Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Washington offense set to take over. And right now they're just looking for a little more cushion, trying to make this a 2-score game. Points here would go a long way, obviously, to propelling them into the next round.
And this is where the head coach, offensive coordinator, they've had to set a tone all year long about what they do on offense. So most teams want to stay in attack mode, but you have to do it with some bit of caution, don't you? Because you can't come away with no points. You need these points here in order to feel a lot better about where they are in this game.
But this time of the year, playoffs, game of this magnitude, this is what we hope for.
Yeah, it's exactly what we hope for. You want to run your offense cautiously, but not so cautiously that you just give it up. And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
On first down, Wilson. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff running through the middle. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Well, an unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play, move on.
Martinez now looking to throw on 2nd down. Going right side here, and that's complete. 3rd down, trying to get a little bit closer. From here, the field goal would be 55 yards. Back to throw. Martinez. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. We've seen some big kicks in the NFL the last few years, and that one might just rank right up there.
And you know, you can hear the crowd react, right? But I was focused in on the sideline and watched them absolutely erupt. I don't know how many of them thought that he was actually going to make that kick, but how about how they felt when the ball went over the post?
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And this one likely on the short list for Game of the Year candidates. And boy, did it come in a good one here in the playoffs. All tied in the fourth with a berth to the Super Bowl on the line. Buckle up, everybody. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Looking to throw. Wilson firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. On second down. It's Reese, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. On third down, Wilson. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a fourth down. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense out there set and ready to go. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Back to throw. Martinez escaping the pressure right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
From here on, any score could be the winning one, and he is certainly aware of that. Look at the way he locked in on that marker and made a mad scramble to get to it for the first down.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Flushed out right. He finds his man, complete. That's Bishop. So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely. No matter what angle you're making a tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they're knocking on the door now, as a good run there going to take this to about the 10-yard line. So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Up the middle they go. Davidson. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Now Washington down on the scoreboard, and time a huge factor. A field goal sends this championship game to overtime, as they've got a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Wilson to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Throwing now is Wilson. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. One last shot for Wilson. And he comes back with one complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. And they get to hoist the Hallis Trophy. Unbelievable victory, moving on to the Super Bowl.
I only hope that these players understand exactly who is behind that trophy. George S. Hallis, one of the creators of this great game of football of ours and creator of the NFL. What an amazing feeling and an amazing accomplishment.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.